Start there. It's podcasting since 2014. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have your own?
Yeah, me and my old friend, we started a podcast back then, like a Facebook podcast. It was called the Black Guy White Guy podcast.
The black guy, white guy.
Yeah. Because we were two rappers and stuff, but we like to talk about. Initially started talking about politics and stuff, just to do like alternative content to our music.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think he went to jail. So I started a different podcast with my cousin called "What the Fuck Are We Talking About?"
These are some good names.
Yeah. And we did that for a while. It was just basically like what you do here is just like
Shoot the shit.
just shooting the shit. It was just
Yeah.
like me and my cousin hanging out and drinking and trying to make each other laugh,
Yeah.
basically. So, and then that was when, well, we were going back and forth from his house to my house when I was living with my dad before I bought my house.
Mhm.
I moved back in with my dad to save some money for down payment for a house. And once I moved out, it's too far for him to come to, so the podcast like fell apart.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
That's ultimately, I think that's why like I kept it a solo thing. Cause like when you do joint ventures, you know, the success of whatever you're doing, it doesn't solely depend on you.
Right.
You know, you have to rely on somebody else. And there's people, of course, the family, close friends, you can rely on them and things like that. But like, if you want something to last a lot longer, it's typically you got to go at it, you know, solo and things like that.
No, it's tough to rely on people, but it's also with, you know, I don't know how you are. You do it like an interview show, but for me, monologuing is a little bit difficult because I'll like get tired of my thoughts and I'll like try to wrap my own show up in like 5 minutes.
I'm
Like,
done with this. Yeah.
I made my point
Yeah.
and now I'm done speaking. So I always needed somebody to like bounce off of
yeah.
to at least do an hour or something.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, it's the people who like do streams and stuff solo. That's like it's really
a different world.
It really is
It's-
a talent.
yeah, it's
especially if you're doing it without like a guy over here. Like you're just doing it alone,
Yeah.
like completely alone, talking to the phone or the camera. You feel like a psycho.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, man. Here we go. So I guess we could start the podcast with that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It's funny. I do solo podcasts sometimes, but they're always very structured. And I do 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Because I can only hear my own voice so long, too.
yeah. You gotta keep it succinct.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're back with another one, man.
I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it.
2026, we're working. I promise you, we're working. We're working very, very hard, too.
Some changes right here and now.
I've been on my grind.
Just to live it out.
So say what's on your mind.
To hear it loud.
And everybody knows me.
That's the old me. Going through some changes.
Yes, sir. Yes. And we are back with another episode of the Dope Individuals Only podcast. I'm Eric, the host, and I'm up here with another dope individual. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Phaze Wun. I'm a rapper, producer, personality, whatever you want to say. Do a lot of things. I used to shoot videos too. I used to podcast.
I think when you're a creator, you kind of got to learn all the little jobs.
Yeah, well, for sure. I did that super early. Like, you know, I don't know how much research or knowledge. You're way younger than me, I think.
How old are you?
So I'm 39.
Okay, I'll be 31 in a couple months.
Okay, so we're
Little
roughly
bit-
in the same
yeah,
generation.
yeah.
You're like a little bit before me. You're the next one after me.
Yeah,
What year did you graduate?
2013.
Okay, yeah. So you're 10 years back. Yeah.
Yeah,
God, I'm getting
a lot
old.
happens in a decade.
No, I graduated 2004.
Oh man, so you're
Yeah.
like the last generation. Like you're
I'm an OG now.
yeah, you're almost like the generation that you were right on the cusp of like the
Yeah.
internet really taking shit
Oh,
over.
for sure. Yeah, I was on the internet super duper early.
Really?
Too. AOL chat rooms and
Where blogs were still like really popular, things like that.
yeah. I was coming up in the blog era when I really started to come into my own. But I started doing music super early, like 13. So it was like 99.
Would you play instruments?
No, I was producing just beats back then and started to record myself when I was like 13.
Damn. I started at 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So around that age. What was it for you? Like, what? Did you just gravitate, or did you have somebody that also did music that was in like your space that you shared space with?
No, like me and my boy Wamsley, we started actually like writing raps to like diss our friends via email, like as a joke.
That's funny as fuck.
So from then we were
We got these niggas.
Yeah, we just send them a text diss to their email.
It's like, damn, what's all this wild hostility?
Yeah, because that's all my friend group did is we would just like bust each other's balls like all the time.
Facts.
Constant.
How do you know you're friends if y'all can't?
Right.
Y'all can't
Yeah.
piss
That's
each
how
other
you
off a
weed.
little?
That's how you weed people out.
Yeah,
There's
the
people,
weak ones.
Yeah, weird and weak, and you can't do it. Yeah.
Like, this guy's soft. We have a friend group, a friend in my friend group too.
There's always
where
one.
He's the sensitive one, but
Yeah.
like he's sensitive, but like he takes it on the chin. So
Yeah, but he doesn't have the jokes.
yeah.
Yeah. So so I started that back like 99. I started with like a Casio keyboard, and I had Fruity Loops back then.
Fruity Loops.
I had like one of the first Fruity Loops.
That shit looks complicated.
And once you get the hang of it, it's the same as anything else. But then I had there was a program called Acid Pro. So instead of like Pro Tools back in the day, we had this free it was free for me because I was using
Torrents to get
no, there was no
Oh,
torrents.
oh.
It was just what were we using to download stuff? There was Napster and what else was back then? Kazaa. How old are you?
He's younger than me.
Okay, so he won't know.
He's not gonna
I thought he
know
might have
either.
been older. There was like Kazaa.
I was gonna say LimeWire.
BearShare, LimeWire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave my computer so many viruses.
Oh,
from LimeWire.
absolutely.
Or you download something, it's like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Nope, just on the screen.
Yeah, right.
but I had like a cracked version of everything. So I had Acid Pro, and so we would record ourselves back then. So I was like I was the engineer, and early on we were downloading beats off of like mp3.com and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
And eventually, I got into making beats, and this one dude, DJ Juice, he used to work at, what was the music store on Hamilton Boulevard? It was
I go back to
wasn't Guitar Center.
Radio
Dave
Shack?
Phillips. Dave Phillips Music and Sound.
Okay.
That used to be, what the hell's there now? I forget. Doesn't matter. But
It's gone.
but he was working there, and he sold us the equipment, and he knew how to record. So he offered his services to like show me how to use the equipment.
Yeah. That's what's up.
And go through the whole process. So he taught me how to record and do some other stuff with the soundboards and everything back then when I'm like 13, 14 years old. And my friends used to make fun of me that my beats sounded like video games. Now that's a
It's a
compliment
thing.
now.
Yeah.
Back then it was not a compliment.
It's crazy how things are like when somebody's doing them, kind of ushering it in.
Right.
It gets shitted on as corny or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like years go by and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I see it a lot with fashion.
I've been through many in my elder age, been through many of those phases.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
So do you have a preference of like whether you like to produce more or rap more?
I've always liked producing more. If there was, I just like the whole creative process, and ultimately, there's nobody that I've found that's like more reliable than myself as an artist. So,
Facts.
so you gotta just like
Facts.
lean on yourself and things, because we started our little rap crews back then, and I would be the one, no shade to my friends, I still talk to them and everything, but I would ultimately be the one doing the majority of the work. I would be
Right.
recording, making the beats when nobody's around, and then, they all come, drink, smoke, do all the fun stuff. And
but
then
you did all
and
the
then
work.
they leave, and I
Yeah.
have to go do more of the rest of the work.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody-
So, and I would always come up with like most of like the hooks and everything. And so eventually those people fall off, and then you're like, okay, what do I do now? You start doing it by yourself.
How do you like creating by yourself? I know some people like to always be surrounded by people during the creative process.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it gets in the way personally. Like I'm one of those people. I go to the studio, and unless you got a reason to be there,
Right.
I'm not really asking you to come.
Yeah. No, it can, I think in the long run, that's the better way. But there is something to having an environment of people around, especially to bounce ideas off of, people you trust or even people you don't trust.
Like at least he's gonna keep it real with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be able to get a vibe of like somebody that you don't know their taste, or you don't know what a stranger would think of something you're doing, and then you'll get it from them.
Yeah.
And you'll make different things in those environments than you would on your own. Like
That's a very good point.
when you have all those people around, because I've been in lots of these environments too. There used to be people in and out of the studio all the time. You're never making something very introspective or like heartfelt when
Yeah.
like a bunch of people are around
Yeah.
normally.
You're trying to capture the vibe.
Right.
You're trying to
You
create
want to do
it in-
something.
Yeah.
You want to
yeah.
do something more up tempo. People are vibing.
I've always been the person that likes to make that music though, like where it touches a spot when
Sure.
people hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, it's very hard to do. I think the other thing is like I feel like productivity isn't always there when you have a lot more outside voices.
Yeah, and they get in the way too. So you need to be able to. It's nice to have that when you need it, but then it's also hard to like kick them out if that's like the space.
Fuck out of here. You ain't contributing nothing right now.
Right. Yeah. Because once you do that too many times, they stop coming.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then you don't get it back.
Oh,
so you kind of
man.
need two studios. Like it's nice. Sometimes maybe you just have to go to somebody else's studio to get that type of environment.
Yeah.
And then you leave yourself to yourself. With
So
the other
what
things.
does music look like to you today? The rap crews are gone, the Pack studios are gone.
Yeah.
What does it look like now? Because you're still active.
Yeah, I'm trying to be active because I don't know what else to do.
Create, man. That's
Yeah.
what God put us here. It's crazy.
I love creating, but we got AI, and ultimately, I've been thinking like rap is like pretty dead. It's like almost
so?
dead. Yeah, just because there's no generations coming up under the new ones that are like really good. There's some people who do rap still, like not really even traditionally rap.
I was gonna say we're talking about hip hop here.
Right.
Okay.
Like traditional rap. There's people making rap music
yeah.
per se.
They actually have a pretty nice class. It wasn't double XL who did it, but like they had like Marco Plus in it.
They got like internet names.
Reason. There's
Reason's
some
not that young though.
He's not, but he also isn't like he isn't in that upper echelon of like mainstream artists
Right.
where he still raps. I mean, Vince Staples still makes noise.
Yeah, but he's old too now.
Vince Staples is old?
Yeah, I
Really?
was listening to Vince Staples 10
Oh my
years ago.
gosh. I can't believe Vince Staples is considered old.
He's old now. I'm old. He's
I'm assuming
old also.
Vic Mensa's in that included in there too.
Yeah.
Then
He was Vic Mensa was around during Cruel Summer and the
shit.
Good Friday days, I think,
You-
right?
You're trying to make me fucking feel old now. That's-
Time flies, bro. It's crazy.
I'm gonna have to send you. I can't think of the names right now. What about like a JID? He's somebody who's relative, like within the last 3 years that came out.
I don't really like JID.
No?
This is like a sin now for
It's
people.
different. It's
Yeah.
different music for sure. They have. I think it's an acquired taste, but
Yeah, to me, like JID, like most of the new rappers now, or old new, like they're kind of like very mid tier. I'm talking about like top tier potential. Like I think the last class to have that was like Travis Scott.
isn't Travis Scott with like? No, Travis didn't get there when like Gunna and stuff got there.
Well, he was started popping off in
Around the same-
2014.
trying to think who came out in
But
2014.
yeah,
That was Forrest. It was
that
kind of
was-
hard. That was Forrest Hill's Drive year. Like J.
Rodeo.
Cole freaking ran that year.
I was super into Travis and super early, like 2012, on his Al Farrow mixtape.
Okay.
And then once Rodeo was coming out, I was going to Made in America, and he dropped that album that weekend and performed there.
So
I'm
it
pretty sure
probably
that was
went
crazy.
nuts. Probably went nuts.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's funny. I've never been that big of a Trav fan.
Yeah.
Like the production is phenomenal, but like I just can't connect to the music. It's like
You have to.
it's
You have to be
almost,
under the influence.
Yeah, it's
You have
almost
to be.
soulless
Yeah.
to a degree. And I get what you're saying as far as like hip hop music, because I feel like R&B went through the same thing where like R&B was dead. I don't think R&B is dead anymore though. Like
Yeah.
I think that we have a lot of very talented R&B artists coming up, both female and male. But I kind of get what you're saying, because like hip hop is still hanging its hat on like Kendrick and Cole. And
And they're my age.
yeah,
They're 40.
yeah,
They're 38,
they're older.
39, 40.
I mean, you want to throw Griselda in there, but
they're
they're
old too.
newer, but
Right.
they're still older men.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but
Damn.
they're still vets too now. Like, even though they started getting popular when they're like 36.
Yeah, a little
So-
breaking into the game late.
Yeah.
Do you think that is a because there was always like back in the day hip hop artists that were known, or like DJs, they help build up that next generation of artists.
That
Do you
helps,
think,
and there's no DJs really. So
Yeah.
there's just no infrastructure. There's no really, labels really aren't signing people. There's
their
no
distribution deals now.
Yeah, there's no A&Rs.
I kind of like that though. I kind of like the fact that there's really no machine anymore.
I do and I don't, because you don't get better music out of it. You get worse music.
Because there's no machine.
There's no machine, and like we were just saying, there would be channels to go through to polish music more. Even though I don't like polished sound, I'm saying like songwriting.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it would have to go
Storytelling,
through
yeah.
certain people
To feel like it's
and bring
worthy
it
to be put
take,
out.
Take some artists like that's like you think has potential and good ideas, and then you hear what they work with, and you go, okay, like the real good producers
Yeah.
would go, okay, there's something here, and take it up a notch with what they do.
I got you.
And there's no really great producers anymore. There's like beat makers.
I was gonna say, like, what do you think about like a Metro? You know, I was having a
He's
conversation
more-
about a Metro.
He's like a really great beat maker.
Okay.
But I would think there's not really. Would you say there's like a classic album produced by Metro, like a project, like an album completely produced by Metro, like his vision?
Not that I know off the top of my head. I can't agree nor disagree at this
Yeah.
moment. But that's a very valid point. That's so interesting. We also came up in an era where like
We were in great producers.
great producers, great DJs. They
Great
also
minds.
like I remember hearing DJ Clue
Yeah, yeah.
mixtapes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
get
the
on a Clue
mixtapes were
mixtape, you were
crazy.
on the come up. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? DJ Khaled very early on. I know a lot of his music is very polished now and things like that.
I've
But
never been a Khaled fan. Like I like T-Pain though, and T-Pain carried Khaled, I think, a lot through that wave. But yeah, there's no next generation coming. Like Drake's like the last one.
so where do you feel like you fit in this whole thing? Because even from your first story, when you go out, you go buy this Casio, you got a guy who realizes, wow, he's a 13-year-old boy who wants to do this. Let me volunteer my knowledge, my services. You know, like, is that something that you kind of picked up the torch and helped artists with?
I did throughout my music making career. After that, like we had our rap crew and stuff, and then I went to Full Sail in Orlando. I don't know if you're familiar.
I know what Full Sail is. I
Yeah,
used to see the ads all the time.
Yeah. So I went there in 2005, right? And this is before like they had a campus or anything. Like you had to get an apartment. Like so it wasn't as big as it is now or was. It's probably going downhill now. But I went to Full Sail 2005, and down there I met with my bro Structure. And he was more, I was fresh out of high school, so I was 18, 19, living in a new state. I was familiar with Florida because my grandparents lived in Florida, so it was almost like my second home down there.
Right.
But, you know, just being on your own, fresh out of high school. that
Total
don't know
different
nobody,
experience. Yeah.
just out in the world. So so I met my boy Structure, who was a little bit older. He was like 25 at the time, and he was more of the socialite. So he had some connections down there, and he actually ended up getting us on the Wu-Tang crew of ODB's family, the
Okay.
Brooklyn Zoo.
Okay.
They were living down there doing the album, the tribute album to ODB, because
Okay.
ODB just had died like that year.
Holy shit. And you end up in this
So
circle.
I end up in the circle with them, and they like our beats. They bring us in the studio. I end up getting 2 tracks on the album. He ends up getting 1 track on the album.
Wow.
So I don't think it's like out anymore. I think their deal
But to
fell
be
through.
18, 19 years old and get a placement,
Yeah.
you know, that's huge.
Yeah,
That's really huge.
It was really cool. We were in the studio for like all night doing the tracks.
Did you have a big head? Like, did the ego get?
No, because I was fresh. I didn't know business or anything like that. So it was just a good learning experience, really. And it was really cool to, meet some of the people you listen to. I just started getting into it. I'm 4 years into making music since like 13, 14 to 18, 19. Yeah. So these are people you've been stealing their songs off the internet for years.
I ain't paid for nothing, but I support you.
Yeah, and then you meet them, and they like your stuff, and afterwards, we do all the songs, and they're still in contact with us. They want to hear more beats and stuff. They wanted to. The studio down there wanted to sign us to a production deal, and they sent me the contract. I had my dad's lawyer look into it, and he was like, "This is not really a good deal." So I was like, "All right, forget about it." And I didn't know anything about like negotiating. I was just like, if this is going to be their business practice, I'm cool then. So I didn't like go back and forth with them, which may or may not have been a mistake. But one of our other friends did take it, and nothing really came out of it for him. So,
I mean, you guys were kind of right on like this is not a good deal.
Yeah.
But,
so probably.
Wow, the art of negotiating. Art of negotiating.
Learn it.
Facts. Take a debate class or something like that.
Yeah.
So were your parents very supportive of like your musical endeavors, like especially at 18 years old?
Yeah, my mother was
seeing you go down there, like going out there on your own.
Yeah.
And then getting a placement pretty early on and things like that. Did they believe in you?
My mom did. My dad did not.
No?
Yeah, no.
Holy shit.
Like, my parents were big. They loved music, but my dad was more like an old rock head, and my mom was more eclectic.
Okay.
She liked all types of stuff. So she supported everything. She bought me all this stuff when I was a kid. So
shout out to the moms out there supporting dreams.
Yeah, rest in peace. My mom passed away last year.
My condolences, man. My condolences.
But yeah, down there was a good experience. We did the Brooklyn Zoo thing. We finished their tracks, and then afterwards they had learned that we also rap, and then they were like, we played them some stuff. They're like, why the hell you didn't tell us this? Because we like it. You could have got on something.
You almost Kanye'd yourself.
Fuck. Yeah. You just leave it out. Back then, 2005, Kanye just came out in 2003. So like rapping producers, even though they're Wu-Tang, RZA. The rapping producers wasn't really a thing then. Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't that much. So you didn't really want to overstep your boundaries with people and be like, oh yeah, I rap too, and force yourself in there.
Like, we don't want to hear that. We want to hear these.
Yeah.
Oh man. So where does the motivation to create beats come from? Because I know for some people it stems from they want to make beats for themselves. A lot of people I know, they started out as rappers and then they realized, getting beats costs money.
Yeah. That was one of the things. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I just loved music, and I think I wanted to probably sing when I was a kid or something. And then you like hit puberty and your voice changes.
What the fuck?
And then I was like, I can't sing. I suck at singing now. And I really loved language. I used to read the dictionary and stuff like that. So I really appreciated how in rap you're allowed to play with language and insert metaphors and entendres and all types of things that's different than singer-songwriting. they didn't really incorporate that type of stuff. It was more poetic, like rock back in the day was more poetic. You didn't even have to rhyme. R&B, I mean, you could play around with that stuff, but
It's more the harmonies and things of that nature.
yeah.
Awesome. I'm a big fan of language too. My mom, I think it was my mom. We'll leave that there. But somebody told me you're not allowed to curse until you can speak proper English. And so I just got really fucking good at the language. And now I curse all the time because I have an extended vocabulary. But I get it. Like wordplay is an ability that goes a long way, especially in hip hop music.
Oh yeah. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, nah. Everybody like, we don't want to hear the rapidy rap.
A lot of that too, I think, this is completely off subject. Excuse me. Is the tempos plays, I think, a significant role in the words you're allowed to use. Because when you're doing the modern double time, 140 through 150, 60, or down to 120, where you're doing the triplet flows and stuff, you're stuck kind of almost to 1-2 syllable words.
Yeah.
So, when you're doing the traditional tempos, it's more free flowing. It's not so regimented.
When you say traditional, are you talking about like in that 60, that
Yeah,
70
like
to 90 range?
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's where like I love, when I rap, that's where I love to be at.
Right.
Because
It's a sweet spot.
Yeah, you can put conscious thought into it, and if you want to speed it up, it's gonna sound cool. If you want to slow it down, it's gonna sound gritty as hell.
Yeah.
So I agree to that with the.
It's much more free flowing. You have much more space to play around.
I never really thought about tempo and how tempo influences lyricism, but I know as an artist, when I get on a beat that I like, but it is a lot faster, I either have to rap slower or I have to rap very fast.
Right.
There's no sweet spot.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just be like, fuck this, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Because it really limits you as an artist to what you can do.
Yeah, it can for sure. And I've been trying to break that, like almost specifically with the new stuff I've been doing. You'll eventually hear it. But my last project was way more rappy, and this is more energy, theme, vibe, and
Were you trying to capture a specific mood?
yeah.
Was
It's a
it
whole sound.
where you just were when you created it, or are you trying experimentally to?
Yeah, I always have some sort of a loose concept and an idea or sound or aesthetic that I'm trying to go for. And I've always hated the poppy, polished sounds. And
I don't know why Rihanna just popped into my head.
I like some Rihanna. Rihanna has grit though.
Okay.
But like actual like pop sound. And I think nowadays rap has gone to that more, like a more polished sound. Like everything sounds so clean.
There's no gritty, no muddy. Like those Wu-Tang records sound dirty.
Right. And
like they were at them on these microphones.
Yeah. I recorded with them. Yo, dude. They would crank up the compressor and they would just be distortion, complete distortion.
Holy shit.
And it still gives it a vibe.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go for that too. So, with the new one, I would rap closer to the mic and distort it a little bit and try to just get more grit into it. And
I always like that punchy sound, like where it hits, like you could tell, like whenever I mix, I'm always like trying to aim for that, like that punchy sound. Like I want that shit to be like,
I was going to go into that too. The mix has a lot to do with it too, especially because rappers are like buying beats on YouTube and the internet.
E-stars,
and the beat's already mixed. It's not mixed.
He knows what he's talking about, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike is a freaking music like connoisseur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So honestly, you guys should probably connect after this because
absolutely.
And you brought up something earlier I want to touch back on, but it was about AI. Continue though.
So they've been doing that for the past 10 years or so, ever since like the YouTube producers came into play. So now that like the producer's not in the room with the artist making the beat for them, there's they just mix the entire record with the vocals sitting on top of the beat instead of vocals within the beat with sounds around the vocals to make it fit.
I always said that. Like when I mix, I try to get it like as radio worthy sounding as possible. And I always say that. I'm like, when I listen to it, it sounds like the lyrics are in it, and then like the music is just like waves right above it, and it sits perfectly. And I'm like, it sounds so fucking clean. I don't understand how they do it. No matter how much skills I learn, time I put in, I just can't get it.
You can do it. There's so much more resources for mixing now. It's like insane. So, I'll give you some tips. Whenever you have questions, so you can ask.
All right. So how do you feel about AI music? Because I think we're starting to see it now, where AI is playing at least song-wise. Like they're almost indistinguishable to some degree to some of the music. How do you feel about AI in music?
I like it because a lot of people suck and AI doesn't.
I can't. That's a point I can't argue. I do think, but this is what
it'll weed out the people who suck, who thought about making music and they're just always bad, and they won't even try it now. So
what do you think about the people that can write music? They don't have the vocals to do it, but they can create some AI
I like that aspect. If we had that back in the day, that would be crazy to do references with and send people.
Is that not muddying the water? Well, I like the reference idea. Like you be like, yo, I have this song. I think T-Pain will sound great on it.
Right.
You have AI run it. You know what I'm saying? And then they get the vision. But don't you think it kind of muddies the water as far as like the fact that there is a lot of people that are musically gifted, and they're probably going to be overshadowed because some of this music.
I think it can create a lane. Like, people are going to be creating AI, unique AI voices and stuff. But I also think for established artists who might not necessarily want to continue making music, or they get old and washed up, they're not the same as they used to be, that it can be almost like a recurring income for them if people, you're popular enough. 1 million people making Drake AI songs. Some of them are good. People thought like the Push-Ups song back then was like AI or something. So it's like, and I've heard like the Weeknd and Drake songs, AI ones, and I'm like, I would rock this though.
The most convincing thing that I heard.
So why not just put it on something people can listen to? They get paid from it, and maybe a portion goes to the creator too. So
the 2 points you made, I have not heard those, whether they're reference tracks or people getting older, because older artists still tour.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but they don't sound how they did, of course.
Right.
The one convincing thing that I heard was Beanie Siegel.
Yeah,
Beanie Siegel's voice went out. But they used AI to get that gritty Beanie back, and he can still write. He just doesn't sound the same. And they did that, and I was like, "Yo, this is fucking legit."
I like it now.
Yeah.
Because his voice was weird then.
Yeah,
and you're out of it. You're like,
I know Mike uses a lot of AI, especially like when he's using it for beats, and I've seen him do some incredible shit.
Oh yeah,
that like
makes
orchestras
stuff easier. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of AI.
I need to holler at you about the orchestra stuff.
He puts in all types of like things into this prompt, and I'm like, he's like, bro, it's just gonna spit out like 50 different things,
right?
And then, but we done pulled samples from these things.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I've thought for a long time they need to expedite the like sample clearance arena of music and stuff like that. Like, why can't you just sample whatever the fuck you want and then just put it in the liner notes and then they get paid from it?
Yeah.
Instead of like
maybe like a flat number, like a 3% or something like that.
Right. As long as it's not like a complete ripoff, like then like tell them to take it down, do the cease and desist.
Yeah.
But if you're just like making a beat and then you're like, oh, that sounds like they sampled my song. Okay, take 50%. I don't know. Why? Okay.
I mean, the vast majority of things that are getting sampled today are never gonna hear the masses,
right?
So I don't know. I think bigger artists need to not step on the little guys so much,
right?
Because I mean, the machine is a big part of why a lot of artists have success. Even trash ones that have major success is because they have a machine behind them that'll just fucking pour $300,000 into radio. And Like,
Right, but radio's not a thing anymore.
no, you don't think so? Man, I listen
Ain't
to
nobody
I
listen
listen
to
to
radio.
106.9. 106.9 has a very, very big following in this area. And maybe that's because they run the Breakfast Club in the morning. And maybe, but
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
The one thing I don't like about it though is they only play like they have local DJs that run it. Like shout out to Bez Music, things like that.
Yeah.
DJ H Vidal. They're known, but they're local DJs. And they don't break new artists. That's probably my biggest gripe with
they
them.
haven't for a long time. So.
And I think like, and you know how fucking tired I am of hearing the same songs that we were listening to last year because that's what people want to hear.
You're a niche listener though, so that's a small percentage of people who are actively like looking for like new artists.
The one of the way I find new artists, I go into like my Apple Music and go to Discovery.
Yeah.
You ever check that out?
No, I don't have Apple Music.
No.
So, yeah,
Apple Music, I recommend it. I done found some fucking people with.
I'm from the Napster area, so I'm like pay for a
So
streaming service.
how do you find new music? How do you figure out who's dope and on the come up?
I just keep my ear out.
There ain't no more Dat
YouTube.
Piff.
No,
Hot new
I mean,
hip-hop.
there's still YouTube. There's still Instagram, and
But we also live in a world where anybody can drop.
people be on the podcast circuits and stuff if you're an artist. So it's like you can find them,
Okay.
or just randomly, through collaboration of artists you listen to and stuff.
Do you use Discord? I know Discord is a
No, I
very big
don't.
place
Yeah,
where.
yeah, I need to get into that type of stuff.
Mm,
But damn, like one of the newest artists that I really do like is JPEG Mafia.
I might have heard of him.
Yeah,
I probably know a song.
You would probably like him.
Probably know a song, but JPEG Mafia.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of music does he make?
He's a rapper.
Rapper.
He's a rapper producer. I love rapper producers.
It just shows you're multifaceted.
They're my favorite. Kanye's my favorite. Name them. Name all the rapper producers. I mean, RZA, Dr. Dre.
What is it about him?
I just think they have a more whole vision for their music. It's not just like somebody slapping together songs.
Okay.
There's some artists who are not producers that I do think are very creative, but I think the most of them are just like making stuff.
Just to make stuff.
Yeah, and then they name it an album, and then there you go.
So when you create music with an artist, like, all right, I'll just use me as an example. Hey, I'm looking for a boom bap beat.
Right.
You
I
know,
don't have it.
Are you like, all right, look, I think you're dope. I like the kind of music you make. Are you sending me beats, or do I got to come in and we got to create this shit right there together?
I've done multiple different approaches, but I would usually approach the artists that I like and then ask them to come work. And then it's a process of feeling each other out and where I can meet that artist in the middle with what I do and help them be who they are and their sound. And then we create like a mesh of what's in between us.
Nice.
It's not like specifically me, and it's not entirely
Them,
you
yeah.
or whoever it is.
When I first started out, I was one of those people who was like, I didn't really leave the house. I had built my own studio. Everybody was coming to me and things like that. But the older I got was the more I realized like the real power is in collaborating. And not only collaborating, but collaborating together. Like,
Sure.
it's easy. We could send back verses and stems and shit like
Right.
that. But like what is created in that moment, the essence of that time that you spend together,
Yeah.
creating that, you can't recreate it nowhere.
No. And it's, as I get older, it's more difficult to do that. People don't have time. People got kids. People got families. And, I can't just like hang around all day and like
Yeah, create some
form this bond with you. And
That's hilarious.
So-
No, I respect it though at the same time. I get it.
So it becomes tougher. But how I used to do it is like most of the time I would be in the studio with somebody. If not, I like to send loops because the beats I would like send somebody that I think they would like, they'd never fucking do it. And then I get mad. I'm
It's
like,
like,
I want
I
you to
wasted
do
it.
this.
Yeah.
This is what I want you to do. You don't like it. So instead of getting invested and emotion, you get attached to certain
It's
things
your
and
art.
ideas.
Yeah.
And then, so instead of that, I would start just like sending random loops. Like, okay, maybe he likes this, maybe he likes that, maybe he likes that. But I don't spend a whole lot of time like formatting the song structure of the beat. I just send him a little loop, be like, yo, if you like that, put it on fucking repeat, right to it.
Yeah. And then we can
And then
we
when
can
you
build
come in,
it.
yeah, and then when you come in the studio, now we form out around it, around what you wrote, and make it a thing instead.
That's what Mike over here does.
Yeah.
He makes loop packages and things like that. And we made a fire song recently. He gave me a loop, and I created a whole song to it. First, I started out with a 12-minute freestyle.
Yeah.
I freestyled for 12 minutes, and then I took like some of my favorite parts of it, like the melodies and things like that.
Right. You can play around with it more, and you might like it more because now you're also not attached to the way it's structured or made, or maybe you don't like one thing about the beat and you're like, I wish that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now
we got some wiggle room.
and then now he's gonna add some more. Whatever you bring to the table, he's adding more on top of it now.
Yeah. And then we went out to Reading. We met a artist based out in Reading. Shout out to AVO Dre. And I took him the sample and I showed him the song that I had to it. And I was like, look, I'm not sold on the song. I was like, but there is parts of the song I love.
Right.
I was like, but the main thing is I want to get this sample turned into this loop and turned into a beat. And we came up with a fire song. It took us all day.
Yeah.
Because like we had I mean, you know what the process is like.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there for like 5-6 hours, but we completed the entire song in the one day. And it was like, this is fucking masterful. Like, this is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And so like, I don't know. I just love to be in the presence with like the producers because that energy, man, that energy exchange is nothing like it, especially like when we're both passionate about the music.
Right.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, there's nothing like it.
I want to talk about egos, about like,
Yes, I love egos.
As artists, I think you kind of have to have an ego.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of noise around
Right.
music and creation.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you feel on egos?
I've been told about myself my entire life about my ego. So
What, in a negative way?
yes, very negative. It's always very negative to me.
You're a mirror. You might be a mirror for people then.
I think so. But I do have an ego, and I have very strong opinions, creative opinions. I have strong opinions about everything. But what I try to explain to people about myself really is like, I have my strong opinions, but I don't care about them that much. Like, they're very important to me, but I don't care about them to the extent that like I'm gonna hate you for yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of detached in that way. So we can get in an argument, and I could tell you you're wrong, and I'll tell you you're wrong forever. But we can still like be friends
cool,
and
yeah.
have fun. Like, I don't care about it that much unless it's like something extremely serious.
That's a hard pill for people to swallow. It's like having disagreements, especially with people that you fuck with.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we're supposed to be right here.
Right.
I respect that though, because I feel like I had an argument, not an argument, but I was like, we were having like a discussion, and I think it was about religion or something like that. And my friend just wouldn't get off the fucking fence.
Sure.
And I'm like, bro.
And
like,
then they never will.
pick a fucking side. I'm like, bro, you're sitting over here, like grow a fucking pair and pick wherever you actually, like, when you're alone, what are you actually thinking about? Everybody here is giving their opinion. Get off the fence, you know. And he still didn't get off the fence, and it kind of got on my nerves a little bit. So I had to call it out. But I mean, I think we need egos to some degree. I do think egos can be disastrous, though.
Oh yeah, if they're just like unchecked and you're like insane and screaming and stuff like that, it becomes a problem. But I've never been a screamer. Like, I'll argue to my death. And
You seem like you're condescending in a way.
Very condescending.
Even the way you said it, I am very.
Yes, no.
I can see it.
So I've been told. But I have this problem with my wife too. Sorry, I've been told I'm hard to talk to and all this type of stuff, and I tell her. I tell people too that I care about, that we have, conversations and dealings with. I'm like, I know my tone. I don't mean my tone. My tone sucks. I know I sound like a dick, but I'm just speaking. So like, if you have a problem with something, let me know, and I'll tell you I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Just ask me to clarify.
Yeah.
Because I know my tone is very condescending. and I don't mean it.
My wife is like that.
Yeah.
Like I'll say, like people might be talking around her, and I'm like, "Why do you look like that?"
Yeah.
She's like, "What do you mean? This is just my face." I'm like, "Yo, you look like you want to smack the shit out of someone right now." Like, this is why people be afraid to.
My wife too. She's Puerto Rican, so that's like their face. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my wife's Dominican. They got RBF, bro. So I definitely understand. I think the fact that some people have strong opinions and they're willing to stand on it
Right.
is very discouraging for some.
It is. People get really defensive about their own opinions or insecurities about their own opinions that they may have not thought about.
Mhm.
And then when you challenge it,
Now they have to
kind of breaks them a little bit.
Yeah.
And so they feel they have to double down and really defend it, but they have like nothing to defend with.
because it's not a fully
Right.
fully thought out.
They've never really
thought.
thought about it. They just have like a vibe.
I think that's where social media comes in and it kind of tricks us.
Yeah.
Because like we get a lot of our information from social media. Some of it's not accurate. Some of it is true. And then some of it is like we're too busy reading the comments and we're
Sure.
picking up
People
other
have
people's
lives and stuff
yeah,
like that.
their-
They can't
their
like
ideas.
research everything.
Yeah.
So it's like you gain things in passing and then you just run with it.
How do you know that you're formulating your own thoughts? Like is there something that you're doing? Because like you said, like people got lives.
Mhm.
You know, they don't have the time to research these things. So like, are you kind of just playing it safe and only speaking on things that you can speak on, or do you challenge things even if you're not that informed, but just because you have a feeling about it?
Sure.
Like,
I've a lot of vibes, but it's mostly about just challenging your own presumptions and presuppositions and seeing if they make sense once you inverse it.
talking about your own.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you're doing self-reflecting to kind of gauge on where you're at on some of these issues.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, you had a argument about religions and stuff. I used to be a hardcore atheist. Now I'm not.
What do you believe in?
Now
in
I'm a Christian.
Jesus Christ?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
When did you get saved?
Probably started happening around 2016.
Okay.
A slow process, very slow process of realizations.
That you believe in something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believed in nothing before.
Holy shit. So you just thought
And-
like, yo, when this is over, it's
and
just lights out.
Yeah, I would rail
So
against
sad.
I would rail against structured religion and the idea of God or something, or what I thought the idea of God was.
Mhm.
And lots of like basic atheist stuff now when you look back at it, but at the time was a little bit different because nobody had ever explained things to me in a way that made sense to me to make it make sense.
Right.
So, I'm a pretty intelligent guy, and when I would challenge like my religious friends or something, they would just like revert to like these things that I would steamroll them on, So it didn't like help me. I needed the pushback of somebody to tell me something that breaks my brain a little
Right.
bit.
And
I go,
yeah,
never thought about
I gotta
that.
explore this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm into debating and philosophy and stuff like that. So I came to in a long process of self-reflection and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't have the time to do that.
I think everybody has the time to do it. I just think people don't have the
takes
will
a
to do
lot
it.
of time and
It
will,
does.
though,
It
yeah.
does. I used to call myself a borderline atheist. I always believed there was something more. I just didn't believe that any of the organized religions had it.
Sure.
And so like that was my way of like kind of not having to address, the monkey that we all must address at some point.
Right.
Which is when this life is over, what the fuck actually really happens and what's the point of it?
Absolutely.
And so, but last year I gave my life to Jesus Christ last year. And my life has changed tremendously. My way of being has changed tremendously. And it's funny because I can feel when I'm still pushing back.
Right.
When
You
I'm
feel it. Yeah.
And how my life is and what my being is like and how I show up in the world or at home with my wife or my kids. Like I can feel it like when I'm separate, and at a time where I spent a lot of my time separate, that borderline atheist phase, like it was normal to be that way.
Yeah.
But like you can feel it. It's crazy.
It's a rebellious state. So, that's still in me, and I like to keep that edge a little bit.
Yeah.
But
if you, I don't know. I think total conformity, like
it always weirded me out.
It does
as a kid.
It
and that's
does as an
like,
adult for me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how do you like?
when I was a kid and we would do the Pledge of Allegiance, just like everybody saying it at the same time, completely
like
weirded
cult
me out.
shit.
Yeah. I was like,
Cult-
what is everybody
I'm
doing? This
pledging
is so
allegiance
weird.
to the flag of the United
And I think you
States
should.
of
I do
America.
think you should. But just doing it was very strange to me.
Because we didn't understand it.
No.
We didn't understand things like that. You know what's funny? So I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you know how like in China, everybody that when they become of age, they have to serve.
Yeah.
Right? I actually kind of agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you do, but like I don't think you should have to be doing military, but I do think that you should have to do a job that contributes to
society
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like something federal, like you have to serve.
Yeah.
And like
I agree. I don't care what it is. Pick up trash.
fucking be a mailman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like or go fucking fly planes in a Navy or something. But I do think that is a necessary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have an entire culture of people that do not, even though they're Americans, they don't feel like Americans.
Right.
And there's
no common culture anymore.
Yeah, there's no and I think that is what makes America divided.
Yeah.
Because America is a fucking country made of hundreds of cultures.
Super hodgepodge now.
Yeah. It's just a big ass playpen full of different people and languages and culture.
And that becomes a problem.
Because everybody believes in something different. Yeah. Everybody believes something different to be true. Mm-hmm. But like if everybody has to, you're an American, you're born here, you got citizenship here, your passport says it, you know.
Right. Paper Americans.
Come be a fucking American and serve America in some way, shape, or form. Right. And like I said, I don't think it should have to be fighting, but
no, stuff like that will weed out the people who come for the wrong reasons. Also,
I agree to that. Yeah. I agree. It's an unpopular opinion because I come from a culture where like America hasn't been forgiving to my people.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying, and so they got a lot of and rightfully so.
Right,
because America has never made it right. They try to act like it didn't exist, it didn't happen, try to sweep it under the rug. But
at some point, you have to come to the table as like, okay, maybe all that stuff is true. Okay, now going forward,
this is how we can do things.
We have to make things work.
Yeah. Because
rebelling against constantly is obviously not going to make
it's
the
not
things
going to
work.
change. It doesn't change anything. Yeah. It makes everybody just want to double down. It makes us want to double down. Makes them want to double down.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and then
bro,
you're at odds.
Yeah. And then now we're fucking prey to everybody else because a nation divided can't stand.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that's where we're at today.
Things used to be better before, like, when they completely got rid of, like, all, like, immigration rules in, like, 1965. Like, my grandparents came from Germany in the 50s. And when you used to come...
Post-World War II?
Yeah, in 56.
Wow.
So they went through the Depression in Germany, through the end of World War I in the 30s. Mm-hmm. And then through World War II and after World War II, they were in Germany.
Fucking sanctions. They had to rebuild
completely
everything.
Fucked the whole time they were alive. You know,
that almost makes us like people should be more grateful. Like there's some people that their entire life has been war torn.
Yeah,
and like
my grandmother came from the Czechoslovakia region of it was a German region of Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
And that's when they were doing the ethnic cleansings of Germans out of there. So she has had to escape Czechoslovakia and go to Germany, and that's where she met my grandfather.
And then you got to escape Germany.
And then they escaped Germany eventually.
That's tough. Yeah. That's really tough.
So they came here then, and the rules then were different. Like you couldn't come to America and get on social programs. So they had to come here and get a job and learn English and
the bootstraps.
Yeah. It was the bootstraps. Yeah, like they had no other choice. They got a mobile home and got a job and worked. I mean, it was easier to provide for your family, especially in the 50s in America then. But, you know, he became like a corrugated box engineer. So he would make like the corrugated box displays in stores and stuff like that. And that you could like raise a family on that back then. So.
It's oh my gosh. It's a crazy era we live in now.
Yeah, it sucks.
The idea of what the idea of what the American dream is not feasible today.
No, and we lived through it. Like you're in 31, I'm 39, so I was born in 86. And so was talking with my wife this other day. Like when we were growing up, I was playing with toys that my dad played with at my grandparents' house. So it's like toys from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
They're like
generational
metal
shit.
and wood and blocks and stuff like
They're
that.
built different.
Yeah. So we went through all that. We went through the older era of pre-digital ages, and we still had to turn the knobs on the TVs and stuff, and rotary phones, and
yeah.
like I had all that. And then you know, by the time I'm 11, 12, I'm in fucking AOL chat rooms, like
Probably culture shock.
yeah.
Culture shock. Holy shit, man.
So yeah, it's crazy.
I do have a question. We're coming close to the time. We got about 5 minutes left.
Oh yeah.
But I do have a question. Like, how do we fix this? How do you think we fix it? Everybody got opinions on what's wrong, but I always like to ask this question because it's very obvious what's wrong.
Yeah,
And
I have personal solutions that I would implement.
Let's hear them.
You know, a lot of people they would have to be very extreme, obviously, but you know, there's more peaceful ways, but it's probably not going to happen peacefully. There's probably going to be some sort of physical strife.
I agree. Whenever I think we're in a realm of like a revolution could happen.
Right.
I think that's where we're at, and
it's
it's never clean, and it probably is now.
It's a low boil. Like I said, like my grandparents went through it in Germany. Like some of the same things then were happening today, and you know, it rhymes. I guess you could say. And a lot of the culture's problems are similar then as they are now, and that took a lot to get through, and we're still dealing with a lot of those issues still. Yeah. But you know, I have other solutions. One would be like just throwing anybody with Crocs in prison, probably.
Baby, I'm so sorry, but you gotta go. Wait, I got a pair of Crocs too, but they're slides.
If you're outside with them, you know, I would implement stages. Like first, they go to the Croc burn pile.
Okay.
They just get discarded. They all get burned.
Oh gosh.
And then you know, if we catch you again, now you get a fine. You know, we could have a tiered justice system with the Crocs.
This guy's worse than the Allentown Parking Authority.
Yeah. I would be very, very unpopular, let's say.
It's so funny. You ever heard about the origin story of Crocs?
Yeah.
They were like used for like a dystopian movie, and they were looking for weird
Idiocracy.
shoes. Yeah. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then like they were like, these are the ugliest shoes
nobody's
ever. Gonna wear these.
Yeah.
And now they're like the most popular fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
It's how things were clowned, but now they're cool.
I have a problem with I just like have a disgust sensitivity with like unkemptness. And people outside just being disheveled and stuff. Like people are outside, like just dressed like.
Are you not embarrassed by this?
Yeah,
that's how you be feeling?
Yeah, like.
I see you could dress, so I get it.
I try.
What's that Croc stock price?
Yeah. I hope it's crashing and burning right now. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But I went to Germany last year. I went as a kid, and in Europe, people are just dressed so much better out there. I went to Frankfurt, and my grandparents are from an hour from Frankfurt in a way smaller town. But people were just dressed so well, and everybody looked like they were not obese, first of all. They just looked like normal people put together. And I'm just like, I feel so much better here. Like when I go downtown Allentown and everybody's in sweatpants and Crocs and they look dirty. Like, we just got to do better at that. That's one thing.
Aesthetically, just get it together.
I love the aesthetic pleasures.
I think having the freedom to choose your creative style is a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're saying. There is some people that's just like, bro, nobody told you how you look right now.
No, you look crazy.
But at the same time, there's a beauty in it at the fact that's like, this is how you chose to come out today and nobody scolded you, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. I hate it.
I always said, I think bullying has to return in some facet. Like, I think we've become a culture that is like so anti-bullying that like people didn't get to hear the truth.
No.
You know, and it shows
about
that,
anything.
Yeah, and it shows that people have never heard the fucking truth.
No, people are soft. They're wearing soft shoes.
I'm not good. Listen, I'm gonna defend Crocs here because I got these slides.
I mean,
these bitches are
hey,
comfortable.
Hey! Don't
But
let me
they're
empower
slides,
them.
but they're
because
slides.
they will be burned. Put them in the pile.
Big ass rubber pile. You're gonna ruin the ozone layer.
You're gonna have. It was ruined once before. It's closed since.
Do
so
you believe in global warming?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
No.
Do you believe in the fact that like fracking causes like environmental issues like
It probably does
weather
something.
phenomenon and earthquakes?
No, I think somebody's controlling the weather. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think that's real? You ever seen those cloud machines?
There is weather modification, like it's real.
Okay.
But are they doing it on a large scale? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. I remember last year we had like
Not something that I care too much about.
terrible hurricanes, like one after there was like 4 in the same week.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're doing this shit. Like,
Right.
You know.
I don't think so.
Where do you stand on gun rights is a big one. I'm not a big 2A guy, but like I believe in gun rights.
Yeah. I love guns. I have guns, but I think they probably should be limited to something. I think a lot of things need IQ tests.
I'm not mad at that. Let's just see how mentally healthy you are.
Right.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I went on the last podcast, a couple podcasts ago, and I was saying about driver's license. Like I got my driver's license when I was 18, 17.
Yeah.
I haven't been tested to drive again. Like
No.
And like
It's crazy.
my
here.
eyes.
Germany's different too.
I've
like,
gotten
with that.
glasses, 2 new sets of glasses since then. Like, but I've been A-okay to go drive my car.
No,
you know?
it's even worse now. Like back when we got our driver's licenses, it was pretty easy. Like you drive around the block, you parallel park, you're good to go.
That was the same for me.
Yeah.
But when my uncle was coming, my uncle's 51 now, he had to drive with a state trooper.
Yeah, and you had to take a driving class in school, driver's ed, and stuff like that. But it's still like that in other countries. Germany's very strict about their driving licenses.
Really?
Yeah, you have to like pay for it too. I think
Japan's like that.
they had to pay like 5,000 euros or something for like a fucking driver's license.
Wow.
I forget.
I think it's Japan. Japan is like that, like because they believe in mass transportation. So like if you have
but
a
you
car,
can't do that in America. It's like
no, we don't have enough infrastructure. Our infrastructure is old as shit.
and we're too spread out. It's like too nuts.
Yeah. Somebody said America's a broke dude with a Gucci belt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Kind of explains it.
I hear a lot of people that travel to other countries, especially different continents, and they see how other people live. Even people that have been to Africa, like Nigeria and things like that, they're like, America is so far behind. It's not even funny.
Yeah, we are in a lot of ways, but America's nice too in places, or we're accustomed to certain things and a certain lifestyle here. But I noticed that just going to Germany last year is like, there's so much nice stuff about Europe, but I'm still pretty Americanized by now.
Is it the integration? Because like in a lot of those places, there's not nearly as many different cultures and integration as you see here. America's a melting pot.
Yeah. They have a lot of migration too now, but not as much as here. It's still pretty monoculture there, which I'm familiar with because I'm German. And
Do you speak it?
Ein bisschen Deutsch.
Okay.
But I knew enough to get around there
Right.
and like not sound completely insane. Like the German version of Spanglish, I could get around because a lot of people in the big cities at least speak English.
Okay.
So you can get around, but the smaller towns, almost nobody speaks English there.
Wow.
So there was a couple places where I had to get like some headache pills or something like that. At some, it would be they have no like grocery store with a pharmacy, so they have pharmacy completely separate store.
Yeah.
So you go to the pharmacy, there's still like almost like legit doctors or pharmacists or something like that. So
Holy
you
shit.
try to explain. I don't know.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that like your grocery
It's not
store
as
is also
convenient.
your liquor, like you can get alcohol in there. Like I don't know. I
They
kind
got
of
crazy shit in stores now. So
I think that's part of the problem with like Americans. Like everything is just so motherfucking convenient.
yeah.
Like we don't even gotta leave our house. We can get groceries fucking sent to our front door. We can get liquor sent to our front door.
Yeah.
We can literally, we don't have to leave the house.
No.
And it shows, like you said,
I
we're
know.
fucking fat.
They don't believe in like regular water over there either. So there's certain things you got to get used to. It's all sparkling water over there. So they just bring you bubbly water all the time. And you're like, can I just get like regular water? And their regular water is still kind of bubbly.
Yeah. Like,
They
bro,
bring it to
nobody
you.
wants suds.
Yeah. I was like, can I get regular water in the hotel? I want a case of bottled waters.
Oh, man.
Can I get that? And like, it doesn't exist. We went to the grocery store and they had like a case like you would normally get.
Yeah, like a 24.
But they don't sell it as a case. They sell it as individual ones. So I bring the whole thing up there and they're like, what are you doing?
It's a lot of water. Like, bro, we drink this much water where I'm from.
Yeah.
This is normal.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So they had to ring it up like one, but they were like, how many are in here? 32 or something? I don't know.
That was probably a nice little price tag, too.
Yeah, it was. It was
gonna
nuts.
say.
So I was like, what did we just pay? You know, we don't know what euros are. We're just like, what is it?
I think America did what America did on purpose. Like the fact that we don't understand shit when we go other places.
No.
Everybody runs off the metric system. We have an American standard system.
I like that.
You
though.
know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you do. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Until you realize how far is
I'm
35 kilometers?
I know. I'm driving over there. I don't know how fast I'm going.
right?
I'm just like, make sure the number is the same as the sign. That's all.
The temperature's like 8 degrees Celsius.
That
like,
makes no fucking
yeah.
sense.
Oh, it's gonna be
There's
cold.
no
No, it's gonna be
gradient.
pretty fucking nice today, bro.
What is 10 Celsius? That could be like 60 degrees or 50. Like, there's no.
I don't
How does
know.
that make sense?
I
We
kinda-
need the gradients of 51, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4, 5.
yeah. They just go whole numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What
terrible.
is 10 Celsius?
It said in the realm.
Yeah, it's in the realm
In
of
the
60
realm.
or something. Who knows?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
But yeah.
All right, we're at the time. I feel like we didn't get into the nitty gritty of some of the
We could
conversations.
do another one.
I was gonna say, especially when I have great conversations, when it feels like we can continue to have the conversation.
Sure.
I always invite the person up. So you got another invite to the Dope
Hey,
Individuals
let's
Only
get it.
podcast, man.
I got to send you a preview of the album. I was hoping to get it out this month, but probably not. Probably next month.
Yeah, send me something. I'll put a little 2.5 minute snippet. You know,
Yeah,
in
and
the
then we
episode.
can talk more specifically about
Yeah,
it.
send me that. If you got cover art, I'll throw that in the somewhere in the credits for it, before or after or both or whatever.
Yeah,
Just so people know what to be on the lookout for.
absolutely.
Is there final thing you want to say to the people out there? Any advice you want to give? Any
No.
words you want to leave them with?
No, not really. Just
fuck y'all.
Yeah, just just check out my stuff. Phaze Wun everywhere. People know how to search things. So PHAZEWUN. I'm out there on most of the socials. So
Yo,
you know,
man.
if
Thank
like-
you.
That's all.
I appreciate it. Make sure you check my man out. He's very talented. There was one thing I really wanted to talk to you on. I guess we could do it off camera.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, man, make sure y'all shoot for the moon. And if you miss, you still amongst the stars. Peace.
Yeah. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud.
We gon' do it big, use a little man. Everything you do is mid, but use a middleman. Nothing given in this world, it's just a given, man. Hey, you out here bitch instead of getting to a dividend. Hey, we gon' do it big, use a little man. Everything you do is mid, but use a middleman. Hey, nothing given in this world, it's just a given, man. You out here bitch instead of getting to a dividend. Hey, Phaze Wun, see me if you really wanna. With 8 times